Okay, good afternoon, everybody. So, can we just have confirmation once more from those online if we are clearly audible and visible? Maybe a thumbs up or any sign saying that, okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Apologies for the delay and a very good afternoon and welcome everybody to the 154th session of Toastmasters session today. Of course, today is a special session. We have not kept it like our normal agenda, our normal modus operandi. Usually, we will have a different sort of an approach, but today we have an educational session where we have an expert external speaker who is joining us to give us this educational session, Miss Sonal Shailendra. Let's have a warm round of applause for Sonal. Thank you for coming in such a difficult times to come here with the winter and tough weather and bad traffic in Bangalore. So with that, we can officially start. And today's session is themed November vibes. So what are the things that comes to your mind when you talk about November as a month? So for me, November is the start of the lazy month, I would say. The onset of winter is here, and then now it's supposed to be a record. I hear in the newspaper and in the media that it's one of the coldest times in Bangalore now, and it makes it very difficult, right? So when it comes to November, it's the onset of winter for me, and then the days gets very cold, very difficult. Even small tasks starts getting very difficult. Some of the simple tasks like waking up in the morning, it gets very tough. Simple tasks like, I wouldn't say simple tasks, but going to gym, it's very difficult. Something as simple as taking bath is very tough. But I assure you that I've taken bath today, but you will have to take my word for it. There's no way for you to know that. But yes, so these are some of the things that comes to my mind when it comes to November vibes. It's lazy, laid back sort of a atmosphere. But still, I hope all of you are warm enough for today's wonderful session we have planned ahead today. And with that, we can get started with today's agenda. In today's agenda, we have educational session on presenting with impact, how you can present with impact. Who wouldn't like to give an impactful presentation, right? Very important, especially in corporate life, not just in corporate life, anywhere, it's all about communication. So it's very important for us to know how you can present with a lasting impact. And for that, we have the educational session first, and then followed by that, we have a prepared speech. So we have an icebreaker speech by Toastmaster Ruchir. So it's a wonderful. Let's hear for Ruchir as well for taking his first step in giving the icebreaker speech. Again, it's literally like feel like ice, and you have to break the ice to just give the speech today in such a cold atmosphere. And the room is not helping by any way. It's very cold in the room as well. But yes, we have the icebreaker speech by Ruchir, and then after that we have couple of role takers today who is going to help me out with today's session. And for the first role taker, we have Toastmaster Rajan with us, who will be the timer for today. And if you can quickly explain, Rajan, the timing of how it works for today, please, over to you.
Thank you, Sharad. So I will be taking the timer role for today, and uh, for for speeches, the timing would be 4 minutes to 7 minutes. 4 minutes, I will show the green card to the speaker, and for 5 minutes, at 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card to the speaker, and for at the ending 7 minutes, I will keep showing the red card till the speaker stops. And for the speech evaluation, we have 2 to 3 minutes. Similarly, I will show the green, yellow, and red card at 2.5, and 3 minutes. And for our educational session special speech, at 20 minutes, I will show the green card, and 21, I will show the yellow card, and at 25 minutes would be good for it. Okay. For 25 minutes, I will show the red card. So that's all for timer. Over to you, Toastmaster. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Timer Rajan, for explaining the role. And for the next role taker today, we have an evaluator, Shwet, who will be evaluating the icebreaker speech of Ruchir. Shwet, quickly, if you can explain your role as evaluator for today. Over to you.
So I'll be evaluating the icebreaker speech for Ruchi. So let me just say my evaluation criteria are not just what are written already in the evaluation sheets. I have my own personal criteria for evaluation as well. So I wish you best of luck for your speech.
Okay, and now quickly coming back to today's theme, that is November vibes. One of the great experience I had in my life I wanted to share, which is associated with November month. How many of you have heard of this movement called as Movember? Movember. Not even heard of November. It is called No Shave November as well. Some of you might have heard No Shave November. So this is something, this is a movement that has been created to create awareness about men's health issues. So for the whole month of November, you're not supposed to shave your mustache or your beard. And then at the end of the month, you post your picture to the social media tagging the Movember movement. And then you always end it by giving a modest donation to the Movember, which is an NGO that helps in spreading awareness about men's health issues. So that's something I had participated some years back. I wouldn't be, of course, sharing my bare-faced end of the November picture with any of you, but that's one memory I wanted to share with you all when it comes to November as a month. Now, with that, we move on to the first segment. That is what everybody here is eagerly waiting for, and that is the educational session by Sonal Shailendra. To quickly introduce Ms. Sonal, she's an entrepreneur and soft skills trainer. She's a past president of India's first Toastmasters club, Garden City Toastmasters Club. She is a past president of Speakers Den Toastmasters Club, and she's a podium finisher for all formats of speech contests at various levels in districts within and outside India. So it's a great honor to welcome you for the educational session for today on Present with Impact. So with that, over to you, Ms. Sonal, to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharad, and is this on you?
Yeah, that will be. Or you can hold it.
20 minutes. Am I audible? Online audience? I'm not. Okay. Am I audible, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, like normally in a typical Toastmasters meeting, a sergeant at arms sets the ground rules for the meeting, right? So, like that, can we have a few ground rules for our session?
Yes, sure.
Online audience, please be with us. I request all of you to participate. Though there is this camera between us, I hope we can break it. All right. So I would want the session to be highly engaging, very interactive. So please immerse yourself in the session, as in when you feel like you can interrupt me, ask your questions, share your experiences, but just be invested. Yes? Yes. All right. So now we are all asked to present, right? We are all asked to present. It could be a speech, a presentation, a technical presentation in your office. It could be in your domestic life, some informal settings. We're all asked to present. You could be called for some alumni association in school, colleges. We're all asked to present. Story, presentation. Now, what is the first thing that we do when we are asked to present? Online audience, feel free to interrupt me. Yes. Research. Any other answers? Bullet points. Okay. Put pen to paper. Yes. Any other answers?
Try to understand who the target audience.
Know your audience. The first important step, it's very imperative for us to know our audience. Now, why is it so important for us to know our audience? The very first step is to know your audience. Now, why? Yeah. So you can cater to them. You can cater to them. All right. Now, I belong to a place called Chikmalapur. Have you all heard of Chikmalapur? Yeah. Now, if I go to a government-aided school in Chikmalapur and I start speaking as eloquently as Shashi Tharoor, will I be able to connect with the audience? Why not? See, I'm speaking butterfly language to caterpillar people. I need to tone down my language. See, it's not about me coming here and demonstrating my brilliance. It's not that. Am I able to connect with the audience? The hallmark of a good speaker is not the language, dressing. Of course, we need to work on it. but am I able to connect with the audience? That's all that matters. So once I know my audience, I'll be able to cater to them better. Okay. For example, if I go to if I go to a third standard students, a bunch of third standard students, and speak about financial literacy, will I be able to connect? No, but I think we should catch children young, right? It's an important subject. What do? We'll take the same message, but we'll employ language that they would understand. I'll give you 20 rupees, you invest 10 rupees, you save 5 rupees, 5 rupees you can spend. That's they'll understand, right? So therefore, it's important for us to know our audience. If I'm an engineer, if you talk about oncology, it's going to go over my head. So therefore, it's important for us to know our audience. Please read your audience, gauge your audience, assess your audience, research your audience. It's very important. Okay. Sometimes we just go and we start delivering. I'll tell you, this happened recently. There was this very formal setting, okay, very formal educational setting, and they called a bunch of us Toastmasters, and they asked us to address the gathering. So one person went on stage and he said, the one thing that I learned from Toastmasters is KISS. That is, keep it short and simple. Trust me, nobody found it funny. It was an extremely professional educational setting. Nobody found it funny. The seniors didn't like it, they frowned. In a Toastmaster setting, you can crack jokes like this, but it's not going to land with everyone. That's why it's important for you to know your audience. See, some CEOs may take it lightly, some may not like it. That's why know your audience. Once you are aware of your audience, what is the next step? Prepare. Prepare what? Know your topic. Always begin with the end in mind. I live in Alsur. If I had to come here, I have to book an auto to here. I can't sit in the auto and decide where I want to go, right? Otherwise, we become like a rudderless ship. You might get inspired when you're writing your speech. You might get inspired, other inspirations, other ideas. Park that aside. Write it down somewhere and park that aside. One speech, one message only. Okay, if it's about hope, please, the entire speech should be about hope. Power of self-belief, please, that should be the speech. There are some speeches, they are putting in everything, so many themes, it's confusing. Right? So one speech, one message only. So know your topic. At the end of my 20 minutes presentation, I want my boss to know that we need this much more budget for our project. Simple. That's all. It's very simple. 20 minutes, I must be able to convince them. Know your speech. In Toastmasters, it's like, okay, at the end of 7 minutes, I would want my audience to know that smoking is injurious to health. Simple. Know your audience, then you know your topic. Then what do we do? Online audience, anybody? We know our audience, we know our topic, then deliver. Yes. Practice. Are we missing a very essential step? Nowadays, most of us don't do this, but we must do this. Rehearse. Rehearse what? Rehearse what? Let's take it backwards. Rehearse what? Prepare. Bullet points. Put pen to paper. Okay? Most of us don't do this, but you must do this. Please write your speeches. Get them mentored. If you are a member of Toastmasters, please ensure that your speeches get mentored. Even my presidential addresses in Garden City were mentored. If I did not get it mentored, I was not allowed to deliver that address. Imagine I was a president and I had to go through this. But it did me a great deal of good, no? Like I became a better version of myself. If you're coming here, you want to become better. Otherwise, why are you doing this? It's a non-profit organization. So you need to structure your speech. An opening, a body, a conclusion. Please write your speeches. We've all been doing this, no? Now, even your telephonic conversations, your emails, everything needs to have a structure. An opening, a body, a conclusion. Okay, so this reminds me of one of my uncles. I have an uncle and his name is Ramesh. Okay, so Ramesh uncle calls me very often. And he speaks to me for a minimum of 45 minutes. Almost every day. And even at the end of 45 minutes, I have no idea what this man is trying to say. Do you have such people in your lives?
Yeah.
No, he's thinking, am I the person or someone else? No. You have such people? Are we the people who do that to others? Sometimes, yes. But I'm sure it's not as regular as Ramesh uncle, almost every day. He's just beating around the bush. I have no idea what he's trying to say. He's my uncle, I can't get rid of him. So otherwise, we just get rid of such people. And opening a body, a conclusion. I hope this email finds you in good health. Then the matter. It was, whatever, looking forward to your response. Regards, Sonal. Right? Hello, Sharath, how are you? Talk about the matter. It was nice talking to you. Have a great day. Hang up. It has a structure. I can't just pick up the phone and just start talking. Hi, how are you? Then talk. Right? So it needs to have a structure. And opening, a body, a conclusion. So how would you like the opening of a speech to be? Your speech, anybody's speech to be? Greeting, online audience, anybody? They've all turned off their videos. Yes. Greetings. To hook the audience. Now, what is the, so how will you hook the audience? What will you employ as a hook?
Something interesting, something catchy, something.
Yeah, so what is that? A joke, humor. Humor is an excellent way to disarm the audience and to get them on your side. Everyone likes to have a good time, okay? But please be a little aware, mindful. Please indulge in self-deprecating jokes, self-deprecating humor. What is self-deprecating humor? You make fun of yourself. The joke is on you. Okay, otherwise somebody will get offended. Offline, I can give you numerous instances where people have actually offended somebody. I don't want to say it during the meeting. Yes, so we are not here to offend somebody. Since I'm from the oldest club of the country, I know a few tricks, and I'll tell you. Plant somebody in the audience. So I'll say, Sharath, this is the context. You give me permission. Can I make fun of you? Give him the context. Can I make fun of you? Seek permission. Seek their consent. If they say yes, then go ahead and use their names. Okay, so this is humor, about humor. Please do not make fun of anybody when you're on stage, especially without their consent. What are the other ways? Humor, a question, yes. Now, even if you're, like I'm saying, online audience, nobody is responding to me. Probably if they were here, they would respond to me because I'm asking them questions, right? You ask somebody questions, they'll have to respond. So you're inviting the audience into your speech. You're making it more inclusive. Questions. There are two kinds of questions. One where I'm seeking a response. The second kind of questions are called rhetorical questions. What are rhetorical questions? The answer is obvious. If you don't quit smoking, you know what is going to happen. The answer is obvious. No, this was not intended to any of you. It was just a rhetorical question. Yes? So questions, humor. Start on an emphatic note. Nobody wants to see those kind of people. And please don't reiterate. Like Sharath introduced me. Don't come and say, I'm Sonal. I'm going to talk about this. We know, no, somebody introduced. Why? Within the first 30 seconds, your audience decides whether they want to listen to you or not. So please leverage that to your advantage. It's a golden period. Questions, humor, energy, statistics, quotations, visual exhibit. Even your PowerPoint presentations are visual exhibit. Props. So these are some of the ways you can begin a speech. In a Toastmasters contest, you can sing, dance. I've also done that to capture the interest of the audience. Have you watched Mohammad Katani's speech? The guy who starts with a cigarette in his mouth? See, yeah. Suddenly, how did you remember? Mohammad Katani, you didn't remember. Now, how did you remember? Because he used a visual aid, a prop. It caught your attention. This speech was delivered way back in 2015. The minute I said cigarette, yeah, come on. Right? You remembered it. So these are some of the ways that you can make your speech captivating. In a corporate setting, don't try all that. All right. In a Toastmaster setting, it's acceptable. So this was about the opening of a speech. Now then we progress to the body of the speech. Most of the speeches in Toastmasters are between 5 and 7 minutes. So how many points do you think can be accommodated in the body of your speech? See, we could have one story in the body, or you could have how many points? Any other answers? 5. It is recommended to have not more than 3 main points. Like if I'm talking about ill effects of smoking, 3 points, 3 small stories, or 3 facts and figures. 3. Why not more than 3? Attention span, time constraints. No, you might have different unique points, no? Yeah, but you can have more. So many will be unique. One, it gets overwhelming for the audience. It's very taxing. I'm an engineer. We used to have these periods after lunch break. Professor is saying something is going over your head. It's taxing. It's overwhelming. So it's confusing. You don't remember all points. Second, you have limited time. So use that judiciously. You can have one main story or 3 points and bring those 3 points to life using examples, personal anecdotes, facts and figures. Now all these 3 points must be connected to each other, which should bring your know your topic, point number 2, to life. One can't be about ill effects of smoking, one can't be about physical fitness, one can't be about exam phobia. All 3 have to be connected, which should be connected to your introduction. I said within the first 30 seconds, the audience decides, no? Just because you want to capture their interest doesn't mean you do something that is not related to the rest of your speech. There should be a common thread. Otherwise, you'll stand, it looks like stand-up comedy. Common thread that's something relevant to that speech. Try to do something which is relevant to that speech, an act which is relevant to that speech. So we saw the opening, we saw the body. Then we progress towards the conclusion. So how would you like the conclusion of any speech to be? Your speech, anybody's speech to be? Positive, okay. 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 See, not always positive. Sometimes you just want to provoke them to think. Imagine your daughter is thirsty and there's not a drop of water. You have all the money in the world. I'm just provoking him to think. I don't want to end on an upbeat note. I'm calling for some action. It may not be positive. I'm just provoking you to think. It's nice to end on a cheerful note. That being said, yes. So how would you summarize? Any other answers?
I like to lay my speech in that I don't write my speech. These are already on slide.
Yeah. Okay, but how would you like the conclusion to be? When you're looking at a speech, when you're watching something, how would you like the conclusion? You like to land well, right? You want it to land well. So how you could summarize? See, there are different approaches for different speeches. For example, there was one speech about save water which I delivered. I hammered that message: save water, save water, save water. But another speech, it was about suspense, about how somebody stole a cake. So I revealed the suspense towards the end. So different approaches for different speeches. Okay, so you could summarize, you could reveal a message. Again, your conclusion should be a one-line statement. Too long a statement can confuse the audience. Okay, so we've all watched the movies in the theaters, no? What do you remember the best after watching the movie? The climax. Like, oh, this happened. Oh, he was the villain. We didn't realize. Right? What comes in the end is what lasts in the minds of the audience. It has a lasting impact. More often than not, people like me are very energetic. By the end, we're drained out. But that's what the audience remembers. Hey, everything was nice at the climax. It didn't, no punch. That's why you pack a punch in the conclusion, right? You offer a resolution. So please make it power packed for the audience. Please make it emphatic. Okay. So this was about the conclusion, an opening body conclusion. Do you have any questions? Online audience, if you're still with us. Okay. Do any of you have questions?
How do I make sure that I don't like not the same way, but I try to find the same point into two parts, and I just keep coming back to that, but make sure that doesn't happen.
So for that, you'll have to do
stories.
For that, probably my suggestion for you would be to research. Like for me, my problem is I have so much content, I don't know which 3 I have to prioritize. I have 10 points. So you have to do that research. See, take your speeches seriously. This is what Toastmasters is an educational setting. Of course, networking and all of that is there, but it's important for you to take it seriously. Write your speeches, rehearse your speeches, take it seriously. I think, and get your speeches mentored. It's a very important aspect in Toastmasters we often overlook. Get your speeches mentored. If you can't find them within your club, please reach out to your area directors. They'll pair you with a mentor. Get your speeches mentored. Okay? Do research. And today you all have ChatGPT. When I started, we didn't have all of that. We didn't have all of that. Yes. So this is about the scripting. Do we have any questions as far as scripting is concerned? Content? No? Okay. We'll quickly recap. What is the first thing that we do when we are asked to present? Know your audience. Once you're aware of your audience, know your topic. You forgot, huh? No, okay. Know your topic. Then structure, opening, body, conclusion. Okay, this was about writing a speech. Now, is a speech only about the content? Delivery. Even your ISC, you will be attempting your ISC very soon. So please complete your level 2 so that you qualify for ISC. You will be judged on your content plus your delivery. Content we saw, how to write a speech and take your speeches seriously and know your rate of speech. I know I speak about 150 words a minute. It might vary. So how many words? Okay, so please take it seriously. So we saw the content. Now delivery. What does delivery entail? What comprises delivery? Body language and and he said body language. You said
The message would be the end goal.
yeah. So the content we saw. We have a good speech. Now we have a speech with us. Then what do we do? We have to deliver it. We have a speech. We all wrote the speech. We got it mentored. We have a speech with us. Now just we have to take that from page to stage. You've written your speech. You got it mentored. It's a beautiful speech. Now what do you have to do? You have to deliver it. Move it from page to stage. Correct? So you have to deliver it. So what does delivery contain? Two aspects, two facets, voice modulation and body language. Correct? If I say he died, so inappropriate, right? So inappropriate. So we need to deliver it authentically, sincerely. So delivery is as important, if not more, than the content. Content is king, but you have to also complement it with delivery. Otherwise, you might be great in writing, but you're not. Yeah. So both go hand in hand. Both are important. So body delivery contains body language and voice modulation. Correct? Body language and voice modulation. For an ISC, you can't be standing like this and delivering a speech, right? Because you'll have to move. You'll have to use the stage. For voice modulation, I'm an engineer. I like to make life very easy for myself. Okay, I like to keep life very simple for me. So I remember things in the form of acronyms. Like we've all done that now when we were students. So I coined an acronym VP3. Okay, V is the volume. Volume. I need a volunteer for this. You know, you can say to your name, sir. Ashwin. Shwet. Shwet. Yeah, okay, I saw the green card. Shwet. Shwet, how have you been? What is this? I'm asking him. Shwet, how have you been? Right? Or where have you been? Okay. Shwet, where have you been? Shwet, where have you been? Something. So I'm the principal. Something has happened. Somebody is some authority. I am. Hey, Shwet, where have you been? Something we bunked class together. Some sneaky thing with them. See, in all three statements, what remained the same? The words remain the same. Just by playing with the volume, I conveyed an entirely different meaning, right? Just by playing with the volume. So your principal can't ask you, why is your attendance low? That time your voice needs to be, volume needs to be high, right? So if you won a throw ball match, your volume is going to be high. Otherwise, it's going to be low. So this is about volume. So based on different situations in your speech, you need to employ either high volume or low volume. This is about volume. P3, the first P is the pitch. Please make your speech conversational in style. Okay? Don't narrate things. My father asked me to get a glass of water. I'm narrating something. Hey Sonal, get me a glass of water. So I placed a character, Sonal's father. I gave him a distinctive voice, a manly voice, and then I had a conversation, which brought my speech to life. Right? If you have a 5-year-old niece in your speech, you need to speak like your 5-year-old niece. If you have a grandmother, you have to speak like your grandmother. Okay? So if we turn off all the lights in this room and play a audio at one particular volume, the volume is same. Can you decipher between Amitabh Bachchan's voice and Shah Rukh Khan's voice? Hey, how you won't know. The volume is the same. See, you're watching TV at a particular volume. You know there's a dialogue between Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan. You know that, right? You have two sisters, Shruti and Shrestha. Don't you know who Shruti and Shrestha? They're speaking at the same one. How? Based on the pitch. Okay, so have characters and please change the pitch. Now, if I am talking like a man, I have to talk like a man. Correct? So therefore, please employ different voices for different people. Make it conversational. Place characters. I have two sisters. Shruti and Shrestha. Which was more appealing? When you give them names, strengthen the characters. Okay. So this was about pitch. The second is pace. P-A-C-E. What is pace? Speed. So any Usain Bolt fans in the house? Usain Bolt. He's like, okay, let's see. Slowly his hand is going up. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, here I am watching Usain Bolt run the fastest race of his life. If I was the commentator, would this be appropriate? Okay. Not so appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, here I am watching Usain Bolt run the fastest race of his life. More appropriate? Are you convinced? This is the fastest I can be. Huh? All right. See, there needs to be a congruence, a synchronization between what's happening and what you're saying, right? Somebody is met with an accident. You're calling an ambulance. There needs to be a sense of urgency. You've lost your pen. You have an exam in 2 minutes. Sense of urgency. In a funeral, you can't talk like that. You need to pace it down. So based on different situations in your speech, you need to pace it up or pace it down. In your technical presentations, when you're using technical jargon, foreign language, numericals, please pace it down. The audience needs to catch it. Okay? Otherwise, you can, that's why know your audience. If the audience is catching it, then you can go a little fast. If the audience is not, if they look a little perplexed, go slow. Ultimately, they are the hero of your speech. It's not you. This was about pace. Final P is the pause. Pauses dramatically enhance the quality of your presentations. So before a key message, especially in your technical presentation, the key message, we need these many lakhs for our project, whatever. Before the message, pause. You're inviting the audience, something, you're intimating them, something important is coming. In a classroom, suddenly the principal goes quiet. You know what happened? Why did he go quiet? Right? You're talking and suddenly he goes quiet. You know what happened? Correct? You're intimating the audience, something important is coming. Then deliver that message, okay, impactfully. Then again pause, allow time for reflection. See, there might be your CEO, your boss, somebody in the room, and you might have offered a perspective that person may not have had. All of us have perspective. He's still thinking about it. You've gone to the next point. You're breaking his train of thought, right? So allow. That's why it's important to know your audience. Are they still thinking? Sometimes you crack a joke. Allow time for appreciation of that joke. Some people are still laughing. You go to the next line, right? So this was about pace. This was about pause. Pauses dramatically enhance the quality of a speech. Again, to build suspense. Hey, you know what happened? You know what happened? You know what? Now everyone wants to know what happened. So I built. This is pause. I need another 2 minutes. Okay. So this is VP3. Quickly, what is V? Please remember Shwet. Okay. Please. Volume. How high you speak, how low you speak. P3 for space. Pitch. Pace. Pause. Pause. Sharath, you're not paying attention. Pause. Okay, yes, too many things to do today. Pitch, pace, and pause. Okay. Volume, pitch, pace, pause. This is about voice modulation. We saw the content, we saw the voice modulation, now the body language. What is this? Calling. He's like, what kind of questions you're asking us? So basic. Quiet. See, now I did not utter a single word. Yet I was able to convey what I wanted to. How? My body spoke. I did not speak. My body spoke. Okay, so it's important for us to take care of our gestures. We can actually show that we're thankful to somebody without uttering a word. We can offend somebody without uttering a word. So please be mindful of your body language. Okay, and again, there needs to be a congruence between the words that you're spelling out and your body language. See, simple things. Okay, like if I need to point out to Shwet, a respectful, dignified person will have to do this. Okay, this is disrespectful. See, sometimes people are not aware. They're not aware. You can't blame them. This is a little disrespectful and intrusive. This is a more appropriate way, like Shwet mentioned, like that. Okay, so again, some people keep putting their weight on one leg. That is also very distracting. Have you seen in your technical presentation, sometimes people are just moving, just to show they're very energetic. See, they're also very nervous. They don't know what to do. Sometimes they put their hands in their pocket and deliver a speech. Sometimes they do this. Some people, like my mentor used to do that. He used to have a marker. Tuck, 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 tuck. He used to He used to do that just to overcome the nervousness and jitters. Tuck, 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 he used to do. See, sometimes even the fan is running. During COVID, it used to happen. Fan is running. Tuck, tuck, tuck sound used to come. These are small things, but they'll help you in the long run. Move with purpose. There must be some meaning behind your movement. Okay, I was born in Bangalore. I live in Delhi. I'm going to the US. Middle school, high school, college. Craft your stage. Use your stage. Okay, and if this is your college and this is your house, for the entire duration of your speech, this should be your college and this should be your house. In some speeches I've seen, suddenly this will become college, this will become house. Keep that orientation in place. It anchors something in your mind. So the minute I go here, you know she's talking about her house. The minute I go here, you know she's talking about her college. Anchor it. You anchor it in the minds of the audience. Okay. So something, if you're saying something like the recommendations here, commendations here. So the minute you go there, you know she's giving some recommendations here, commendations. Craft your stage, okay, and keep that orientation in place. Don't move without purpose. Okay. In one speech I saw, the car came to a screeching halt and he died. Unless you're genuinely happy, don't do that. Okay. There needs to be a synchronization between what you're saying and what you're doing, and don't move without purpose. Move with purpose. And this is all I wanted to say about body language. And also, sometimes, you know, people like me, we tend to fiddle with our hair. That's also not desirable. So this is something that we need to take care of. Do we have any questions? No, we can take. Okay, so put all these three ingredients together: the content, the voice modulation, body language, and you have a brilliant performance. And with that, I wish you all the very best for your speeches. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for that wonderful educational session by Ms. Sonal. And we are grateful. I'm pretty sure that there have been a lot of takeaways, good enough to take notes of the whatever techniques she used, like PP3, body language, all the tools. I hope it was handy, and I hope you'll be able to incorporate some of these in your future talks or speech or presentations. With that, quickly moving on and coming back to today's theme, that is November vibes. One another thing, couple of things that comes to my mind when it comes to November vibes is, one is Thanksgiving. Though it is now, it's more popular in US and elsewhere, not so much in India. But now with the Black Friday sales and all that different sort of Thanksgiving sales and all happening, it's even spreading the word in India as well. What I really like about Thanksgiving is how, you know, you get together with family, or you get together with friends, you get together with people who are important for you. Very important to do that in life, which with our busy lives we are missing out. And then you say thanks, you be appreciative of what they have done, which we most of the times never do, even to our mom, like how much sacrifices she would have done throughout our life. But hardly we say thanks. Thank you, mom. Thanks for that. Thanks for this lovely gesture. I'm thankful for so and so. So that's something very great I like about the Thanksgiving. And of course, the sales. Anyone planning to buy something in the sales, Black Friday sales? Already purchased, already. I think I'm a bit late. I know some of the platforms still the sales are ongoing. I'm planning to do it in a day or two. And with that, we can quickly move on to the next important segment, that is the prepared speech segment. And for today's prepared speech, we have an icebreaker speech from Toastmaster Ruchir. And to quickly introduce, as based on today's theme, I was just asking people about what comes to your mind when you think about November. And this is what Ruchir said. He said, November for me feels like a calm pause right between two joyous months, a time of quiet anticipation and preparation for the excitement that lies ahead. I think most of us can resonate. With that, over to you, Toastmaster Ruchir, for your icebreaker speech. The speech title is Individuality's Quiet Rebellion. So we have Ruchir, Individuality's Quiet Rebellion, Individuality's Quiet Rebellion, Ruchir.
Okay, so I should speak like, sure.
It's up to you.
And I'll just keep it here.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharath. So last Sunday, there was the cat. So this Sunday, there was a cat exam. I'm pretty sure many of us sneakily have written the exam. Anybody in this room? No? Same. So CAT is one of those exams which people do prepare for in India. Many people did write the exam. It was pretty hard. Like the CAT exam, we also have our JEE mains. You have your NEET, you have your GATE exam, and of course the UPSC exams, specifically for India. JEE did traumatize me. Didn't do great. Someone ended up in a college and ended up joining a company. And right now I'm pretty happy with life. But now, if you go around, talking to like people who are still in their middle school, they are already attending these coaching classes, which are preparing them for these hard examinations already. At least in my at least for me, I started my preparation in 11th grade. I spent my entirety of middle school and high school, taking things slightly, having a lot of hobbies, and actually experiencing life. I play multiple instruments. I have almost mastered every single racket sports which is out there. So now, if recently I've talked to a person who's in 8th grade, and he's been already joining these classes since 6th. So since 6th, he's been attending these classes after school every single day. So the only thought in my mind was, what's there outside your classroom? What do you do? He's like, nothing. So that brings me the major topic about today's session, which is hobbies. Actually, individuals' hobbies, how important hobbies are to an individual, and how much a hobby shapes an individual. you know right now, at least, if you take to our dad's generation, every person was unique. Every person had their own gimmick, their own identity with their hobbies growing up. Of course, hobbies do evolve. You don't stick to the same hobbies which you were doing in your 4th grade, in your 6th grade. Personally, for me, I played a lot of instruments. I play a lot of sports. I do watch a lot of sports. But those are common hobbies, right? You find people doing all of this everywhere. Something weird, a weird hobby of mine is collecting Pokemon cards. I've been doing that since 2nd grade, and I still do that right now. People might think it's weird. My mom thinks it's annoying, but she's finally kind of dealing with it right now. I have a stash of Pokemon cards which I plan to sell over time. I did make a bit of profit also. So these are some things which people should have. Which I believe extensively, that something weird which is also cool. Every individual must have a unique hobby which defines a person. Now, you know what, Shway, do you have any hobby? Like, yeah, please. Trekking and chess. Rajan? Okay, Shwet. Sharad, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Cricket.
I like drawing mandalas.
Huh?
I like drawing mandalas.
Oh, okay. That's a really cool hobby, actually. So, we have an array of hobbies over here. So, the small challenge: imagine you're on MG Road on a Friday night. You close your eyes. You pick two random guys. Okay, two random guys. The chances of them both having the same music taste, having the exact same taste in sports, like what sports they watch, having the exact same fashion sense is actually pretty high, right? If you see in the common day, everybody's trying to follow what they see on social media. You have two, two, like you have a man, you have a woman. You have to be a perfect man. You have to be kind of like this. You have to go for runs every day. You have to play sports. You have to do this. You have to do that. People don't have anything unique which sets them apart. Everybody's trying to be a little clone of each other. So, as years go by, even if you look at the past few years, the one word which is always in everyone's mind is individuality. It's been a big thing in the coming years. But what I feel is that as years go on, people are not being their own true self. They're trying to be a image of something online, and they're actually losing what they actually should have been. They would have had an insane hobby while growing up, but they kind of let go of it to be something, to be to be available on social media. Now, if you go on social media, they're trying to monetize everything. Hey, I go on a run, might as well just take a shoot of it. I might just make 200 rupees if I post it on Instagram, and might just get like 1,000 views, 2,000 views. Every activity we are doing, we're trying to monetize it, and we are not doing it for the sake of your own self. So that I feel should change. Hobbies is such a crucial part of our lives that it's what makes us humans after all. One story in which I want to share how social media has kind of changed us is Reels. It's a short form content. Our dads, in me to be precise, I love watching sports. I watched, and I can get through 90 minutes of football week in, week out easily. I love football. It's been almost 15 years. I followed Manchester United games week in, week out. I know almost every player, how they play, etc. Now, of course, you see the goals, you see the assists. Everybody knows Ronaldo, Messi, because they do score goals, right? You don't see reels on Sergio Busquets. You don't see reels on Rodri. They don't have the goals. They don't have the assists, but they dominate on the pitch. Without them, the teams can't exist. That is what I call individual brilliance. You don't need your fancy goals. You don't need your fancy assists. But people who watch football know you are the best player on the pitch. And I feel everybody should go in that path and try to achieve brilliance in life. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ruchir, for that. And congratulations on your successful completion of an icebreaker speech. And wow, it didn't feel like an icebreaker speech. Come on, tell honestly, how many speeches have you given before? But yeah, anyway, congratulations on that. And could really resonate to some of the things that you said, especially when it comes to social media, how you, instead of doing things out of pure joy, you're doing it as a show off. Instead of really having good fun times with your friends, you want to show that you had a great time and then spend more time on that instead of really enjoying what is happening, whether the atmosphere, the scenery, the food. Instead of just taking a picture, instead of really enjoying it, they're more about how it looks. So that I could really resonate. And of course, now quickly coming back to the November vibes. So as I said in the beginning, like how things are slowing down. So November, people mostly, many consider it as a slow month, right? Like things are going to slow down. They're looking forward to their holidays. They're looking forward to New Year, Christmas, and they're planning for things like that. But it really doesn't have to stop, right? You can utilize this effectively November month as a quiet reflection on what went well, what could have been better. So this is exactly what we are going to do with the next segment of evaluation. It's a form of reflection to understand what could have been better, how, what went good. So it's a quiet reflection. So I would request all of you, even November as a month, you can utilize it as a quiet reflection time. With that, we move on quickly to today's evaluation segment, and we have Shwet to evaluate Ruch's speech. And before I hand it over to him, I had asked him also like what November as a month is for him, which I had not told before. So according to Shwet, November means a whole 30 days for me, and also that I have no one to cuddle at most nights in no one to cuddle at most nights in this weather. I hope please do purchase a good pillow. That is the only suggestions I can give you in such a forum, and then cuddle and have a peaceful night. But anyways, over to you, Shwet, for evaluation. Thank you.
Yeah, that was personal. That wasn't expected. But uh, okay, so coming to the evaluation, actually, I found out that the topic actually was quite catchy. Individuality is rebellious, right? Topic was actually really catchy. It was inquisitive. Like I wanted to know what was it regarding. But and well, the start also was engaging. Start was engaging, and it was connecting also. But there were a few points that I would like to point out. Like I feel icebreaker is more about introducing yourself to the other members, to the whoever attended, and it should be more about your life, why you joined Toastmasters and how is your journey is going, right? But your speech felt more like a writing for a purpose, that is L1P2, not L1P1. So I think it would be better for the next time if you consider that the theme theme in mind. And one more thing, going from one point to another, well, it was a bit like without properly connecting from one segment to another. Like Sunal had already pointed out, like the one speech would have around 3 to 4 points at max, but those three also should be connecting. Yours was a bit missing a bit of connection that I felt. But yeah, the content itself was actually good. The missing part was the connection between some not all the part, but some connection was missing between those points that we are trying to point out. But yeah, the content was actually good. So yeah, the things I already pointed out, right? So what you need to work in. Keep the theme in mind. that was the that will be that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you, Sheikh, for that very crisp and clear evaluation. And of course, yeah, it's an important point that the Toastmasters website give a lot of pointers regarding what your speech has to be about. So if you go through that as well, it will help you mend your speech according to what the purpose of the speech is. But other than that, anyway, brilliant job. Both evaluator as well. Thanks for pointing that out to Ruchir. And now quickly, coming back to the November theme, of course, I do not have too much in terms of November themes now. I already spoke about the quiet reflection. Please use it productively to understand how it can be made better. So I want to quickly hand over to Timer Rajan for the report. Have you noted down the times, or we can just quickly? No, it's okay. So we mostly use the timer today for the showcasing the timer card so that the speaker know when to stop and when to move on. Thanks for your role as a timer for today. And with that, we can move on to the vote of thanks quickly. And for the vote of thanks, I would like to invite our VP Education, Rajan, for the vote of thanks. And before handing over to Rajan, also I had asked what November means, and then this is what he said. According to Rajan, so November is my favorite time of the year since childhood because it's the onset of winter and the weather is just perfect and cozy and make me think of chill holidays that soon to come. Now the holidays are not there, but I still enjoy it, drinking hot tea in the morning and sometimes snuggle in blanket in bed. Wow, nice. Just like the theme for today, cozy. And with that, over to VP Education, Rajan, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Sharat. Yeah, so it was a really wonderful session, and I think our expert speaker Sonal, I'm sorry, I forget names. That was one of my things. So I'm sorry. Was really amazing. I think I have took a lot of great points that are very sharp. I think all of us have. I think just by listening, think we have grown up a lot because like we will incorporate those points in our speeches. And I think for the all the audience in the bridge also have learned a lot from her. And with this, I would like to call her up on stage for giving her a token of appreciation from our side. I request our Toastmasters members all to come here to increase up the energy. Please, also the audience, guest also. Everybody, yeah. So,
No. They didn't do. They're not there for
okay.
that.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for coming and give us a wonderful speech and lot of learning. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And
For finding it again, no?
yes. One more. Okay, ready? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So I would like to give hand over to Sharat again for his.
Thank you. So again, so we come to an end to a very nice, cozy, winter chilly session, I would say. I hope it was, everyone enjoyed and had a great time. And of course, a lot of learnings that we could take away from today's educational session. And it's not just about educational session from the speaker, from the evaluation. It's important that we improve our listening skills as well. I hope you had a lot of key takeaways from the session overall. And I hope you enjoyed the theme of the day, November, as well. And with that, once again, thanks to our esteemed speaker, Sonal Shailendra, for coming here and gracing with your presence. And of course, it's not easy with the Bangalore traffic and the weather the way it is. Thanks for giving the time for us and making it here. And thank you for the very insightful session. Hopefully, we will be able to incorporate some of that and maybe become better and more impactful with our presentations and speeches. With that, we officially conclude the session 154. Thanks everybody for joining us today and wish you a great day ahead. Thank you.